everybody, can you hear me? Can you hear me better now? I knew I would have made a mistake. Could anyone hear me at all prior to this? Was I super quiet? I'm... Okay, wow. I feel like a moron. Okay, because I was showing someone some material from a game I was working on when I was at a company prior, I was using XSplit to capture video of it since Fraps is not very good software, and I just realized now, oops, I had the audio messed up. It's sad too, because I was gonna say, I was gonna say like, oh, I'm gonna try to save this stream, because I'm being productive this time and things are working better, and then I just goofed up, so I'm sorry. Oh well. Hey everybody. The reason I'm being quiet is because Julian's trying to sleep. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to think of everything I talked about now. I'll thank the people again. I thought that's why the donation stopped, because I was telling people to stop donating. Thank you, Kaidatus, for the $10, who said, just wanted to say thanks for creating entertaining content. Sorry it's not much. And then they donated 30 after that. And Hairwig donated 20. Hair wig. I feel shitty reading these donations so late. I'm sorry. I was gonna say though, I started the stream very quickly. I don't know how I can really disable donations during the stream because it's a Twitch alerts thing. If I remove the button, people can still do it, but I don't want people donating during the stream just because we got so much support during the last stream that feels wrong to be taking more donations. And I'm probably going to try to refund whoever donated this time around. I'm sorry, but I feel bad taking anything from the stream. But I guess it's time to revisit discussion now. I'm sorry that I guess I've been pretty whiny as of late. Specifically on social media. Funnily enough, the Crash Bandicoot video that went up, that was recorded long ago. We've had that recorded for a while. I've been kind of dreading it going up because I remember that was when my ear was still in pain. I was kind of out of it. We had just finished playing Night in the Woods and had fresh disappointment from that since Julian and I were kind of looking forward to it and got pretty saddened by how it turned out. I mean, it's exactly what they were kind of marketing it as, but it really wasn't for me, to the point that it was annoying me when I played it. And I'm sure people are upset that we had a discussion about it. I'm sorry about that. I remember trying to at least say at the end of it, like, hey, if you were able to enjoy it, I'm happy you were able to get something out of it. I just couldn't. But I know people are getting kind of bothered by that. I can really say, in upcoming videos, I'm going to avoid that kind of thing. I'm just not going to talk about games at this point. It seems like a lot of people feel like I'm doing that for some kind of superiority or to be a contrarian or something too, but it really isn't. It's just because me and Julian work on games. I've worked at companies prior. This is the industry we're involved in. I just, it's it's when you're sitting on a couch and you're trying to make discussion while doing that kind of thing, you're gonna be talking about like games in general or what you're playing at the time. It's hard to make conversation and trying to like hold back on it, like, oh, I can't say this because it'll probably sound annoying to viewers. You have to keep in mind too, we don't have a timer going when we're doing our videos either. They are what they are. We don't know when things are going to be cut. We don't know what kind of editing it's going to be. In the past, it was easier to do because it's like, okay, well, I know what I'm going to be cutting on my end. I remember everything Chris said during the recording that he would want cut. Because I was there doing it, made it a lot easier, but it's a lot harder now because you have to keep in mind, like, okay, probably nothing is going to be cut, so watch what you say. It's very different. It's different being in a position like that where you're trying to have casual conversation about experiencing a game for the first time with friends when there's a microphone on you. And I guess other people just don't do that. I figured that was a common thing though. If you sat down with friends playing a game, for like a new game that you've never experienced, you'd be discussing what you thought of it as you played it. I need to ease off of it. And it's not because of backlash either. I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, no, don't. Seriously, it's not because of that. It's on my own end. I'm disappointed with myself for that kind of thing, and I just need to stop. Music is a little loud. Is it really? I've been turning it down. Is that any better? But if people weren't aware of everything that was happening during the past week, people were trying really hard to find out where Julian and I lived, personal information, photos and everything, which thankfully didn't really go anywhere. I actually feel a lot better about it now just because I finally ended up seeing it. Julian was telling me when because I posted a 4chan thread a while back just kind of doing a Q&A because Julian did when he was trying to fall asleep. He did one just to kind of pass time, so the pastime for Julian to wake up so he could go to the store. I ended up doing one, and it was actually a good experience. People can say what they want about how shitty 4chan can be, but at the same time, if you just want like brutal honesty, that's where you go. You're gonna have people who kind of spurg out there, but you can also just count on people to have genuine discussion within all of that too. It's divided and it's very obvious who's doing what if you're used to that kind of thing. So like in the thread there's the one guy freaking out and spamming it because he was so mad about it, and that's all that reads as is like, okay, well, he's nuts anyways. Well, look who it is. Well. It's the goofster himself. Anyways, yeah, I was feeling kind of bummed out about that stuff. What's weird about all of it is that I don't care about a lot of that being out there, and I try very hard to put almost everything I can out there now because of bad experiences I've had with specifically who's been kind of pushing towards doing all of this. I ended up finally seeing that was what I was trying to get into, but someone mentioned it when I did the 4chan thread that there was a thread posted the day before by someone else who was apparently posting information about me, and Julian mentioned it to me. I never ended up reading it until finally just a few hours ago. Funnily enough, because I was trying to, I keep saying that, because I was trying to search an archive for something else because Matt brought something up, and it ended up coming up for a keyword that I typed in. So I was like, oh, may as well read through it. I think I've mentioned before, I get anxious very easily to the point that if I get like a negative email sent to me, like I know something bad is coming, I'll flat out avoid even reading my email, like opening the mailbox for a week. And just because I'm so stressed about it, like I don't want to see it. Then I have to wait, suck it up, finally click it, take it, and go, okay. And typically when it's feedback on stuff that I'm working on, like if it's like artwork, even if it's game stuff, I'm hoping people tear apart the games that we're doing. I really am hoping for that. I don't want people to go easy on it. At the same time, I also don't want people just shitting on it because it's us, which that's why I'm disappointed that Trick or Treat had to be lumped in with everything we're doing right now. I kind of wanted it to just stand on its own as a little dinky arcade shooter that's going to be like, I don't know, $5 to $10. I don't know how much we're going to price for it. Depends on how much we can get in. But I hope people do that kind of thing. The thread, though, I kind of wish I saw it sooner. It made me feel loads better about everything because I got to see, like, okay, here's a big part of why so many people were going out of their way to dig up information and why none of this matters, because I think with how open I tend to be about things, not very personal things, but just stuff that I've done online in the past, stupid situations. I talked about I talked about different Nintendo communities that I had used, Sonic Fangame HQ, DeviantArt Days. I've talked about a lot of this stuff anyways, just because I was like a 10, 11-year-old, none of it matters. And it was just putting stuff out there too, like the fact that I had a fucking crush on, I still do, but having a crush on a Digimon that's a fat frog with horns coming out of its back, stuff like that. I've put plenty out there that I kind of expect people to rail me for, but at the same time, I put it out there. I don't necessarily care because I know in the long run it's not relevant. But it's weird seeing a thread like that and seeing how all of these irrelevant things, on top of the fact that a lot of it wasn't even accurate information anyways, which is weird to me, yet despite hamming it up, like,